Hello friends, my name is Zahia Khan. I am lecturer in mechanical department of Anjuman Polytechnic, Hubli. I chosen some important topics from SIM subject. They are as follows. That is elements of SIM system and levels of automation, components of NC system and NC coordinate system and automatic pellet changer. Let us start one by one. First is elements of system, elements of SIM system. Here SIM is nothing but computer integrated manufacturing system. It is adopted in industries to increase the quality of the products and to decrease the cost of the product and to also to decrease the production time. Here computer integrated manufacturing system consists of 9 elements: marketing, product design, planning, purchasing, then manufacturing, engineering, then automated work centers, warehousing, finance, information. Here first marketing department start. They identify the needed products for the market, then the database collected is transferred to the product design department. Here in the product design department, they produce design for the proposed product. Then the database is transferred to the planning section where they plan for the production of the proposed product by utilizing the facilities available in the industry and manpower and also the machine tools. Here after the planning completed, they transfer the information to the purchase department. Here in purchase department, the responsibility of the purchase department to put the order, purchase order on the company and to receive the goods and to ensure the quality of the products, raw materials. Here in manufacturing department, they are responsible to produce the product. Then afterwards, they require automated work centers. Here the work centers consist of CNC machine tools and computer controlled robots, metal handling system. Afterwards, the finished products are stored in the warehouse. They are responsible for shipping of items also. Then afterwards, the financial department. Here finance departments, they are planning for investment and accounting and allocation of funds. They are responsible for that functions. Afterwards, information management, they are responsible for to produce the master production scheduling and communication with the clients. These are the elements of the SIM system. Levels of automation. Here automation is nothing but self-operating machines or devices. They are consist of feedback control system. Next, automation are adopted in industries in different levels. Starting from the lowest level is device level, afterward machine level, cell level, plant level and enterprise level. Device level means a device can be automated by using sensors and actuators and other hardware equipments. Next, machine level means the machine not perform only one operation, it performs more than one operations, but we can adopt here automation means we can adopt automations by using a program. It perform different operations. Next, cell level operation. Cell level automation means here we can combine two or more or many automated machines. That group is called, that combination of the automated machines are called cell or system level automation. Here the whole cell or whole system is automated. They are combined together by using a material handling system. Plant level automation receives the information from corporate information system and translate into operational plans for production. It consists of its function of the plant level of automation is to order processing, process planning, inventory control, shop floor control and also the quality control. These are the functions of plant level automation. Then enterprise level automation. Enterprise level automation is the highest level of automation, which consists of corporate information system and it consists of all necessary operations which is required for necessary necessary for the managing the company. And for example, they are marketing, research and development, in sales and accounting, in all departments automations are adopted. Such level of automation are called enterprise level automation. Next is component of NC system. NC means numerical control system. Here it consists of three components: program, then machine control unit, and processing equipment. Here program is written by a part programmer in a medium such as punched tape. It consists of in the form of coded form. Then it is interpreted by a machine control unit system. It consists of subunits such as tape reader, buffer storage system, DPI means the DPU means data processing unit, and signal outputs channel, etc. Then another equipment is the processing equipment. Here first the program is encoded in the machine control unit by a decoding circuit called data processing unit, then is stored in the buffer storage. Then the control unit is send the that commands to the processing equipment. That processing equipment is the principal arm of the NC system which perform the different tasks. That completes the three components of the NC system. Next is NC coordinate system. In NC coordinate system, it consists of 6 degree of freedom system, means it consists of 3 translation motion, that is x, y and x, y and z direction, and 3 rotational motions along these 3 axes, positive and negative, and also in a translation also it consists of positive and negative. For the direction of the rotation, to find the positive rotation direction of the specimen, we can use the right thumb rule, means if you put this right hand on this direction of the motion of the direction along the axis of the motion, this thumb, the curved thumb shows the direction, positive direction of the rotation. Usually we use 2 types of machines in industries. One is the milling machine, another is turning machine. Here for milling machines we adopt we use all these axes, but for the turning machines we usually use x and z direct translation motions. Here how to find this 3 directions? We can find the directions by using a right hand thumb rule. For example, if this is a spindle or the rotating spindle of a vertical milling machine, then we have to we have to coincide this middle finger with this axis of the spindle. Then this x and y direction, this thumb and the forefinger shows the direction of the positive direction of the x and y axis. This z axis is the direction of the spindle. Similarly, in the turning machine we use the only 2 axes, that is z axis and x axis, not the y axis. This that is the NC coordinate system. Next, automatic pellet changer. Here automatic pellet changer, we can see here automatic pellet changer. Pellet means a work table which any CNC machine, if you want to reduce the non-productive time, we have to adopt this automatic pellet changer. Means here this is a working zone, this is free zone. First we have to put the workpiece on this location, then afterwards we put this a new job in this working place. After and another workpiece, new workpiece in this free zone. After machining, after completing of the task, this pellet changer will transfer this new job in this working zone and this finished product in this free zone, then lift out. Then another one is this automatic tool changer. By using this also we can reduce the productive time. That completes the automatic pellet changer. Welcome back. Today we learn about how to write the part program for the component. Here the dimensions are given. 40 is the larger diameter and the length is 90 mm. So first we have to take the raw material size as 42 mm and 92 length. First we have to First we have to set the machine. So first we write the commands for the machine setting. that is first N10 means block number, first program is G90 means observed dimensioning, means here the tool will take the dimension from the reference point, means if you give the Z, this value is Z0 here, then Z20, Z30, Z40 like this is the length of the component, this is the Z direction. Afterwards this length means X is 40 means diameter value is 40 here. Here absolute dimensioning means here the reference point is fixed, but for incremental dimensioning means we have to give the change the code as G91. Here that reference point will change us, means for example if I give Z for 20 means it will take from here. Afterwards if I give Z50 means it will take here, means it does not move to the again 50 in absolute dimensioning, it will take from this reference point. Where in the incremental dimensioning, when we give G91, when we use the G91 command, then it will take the preceding term, means here reference point Z20 means it will move here, again Z50 means it will move from this point to next point, means this is the reference point for the next movement, that is the incremental dimensioning. But here we are taking G90 as an absolute dimensioning. Here G71 means input system in metric, all dimensions are in metric, so I will take G71, all dimensioning is in input or in metric mode. If you want to change this in terms of inches, then we have to take G70, that becomes input system in inches. Next is T01, to single point cutting tool. Here for turning and facing I will take this single point cutting tool, that is T01. Next block is N20, M03. M0 means spindle on in clockwise direction. For anti-clockwise direction I will write M04. Here M08 is coolant on, and G95 means here feed rate should be in mm per revolution. Otherwise if you use G94, then that feed rate become inches per revolution, but we are using here mm, so we will write G95 means mm per revolution. Here feed rate is 1 mm per revolution. Yes, 1000 means here spindle speed is 1000 rpm. Here we set the machine. Afterwards I will go to next block N30, that is G00 is rapid transfers. Here for rapid transfers the tool will come X40 and Z92 at this dimension. Should it come rapidly means fast in a position of X42 and Z92, it will come and stop here. Afterwards first we have to place the component. I will move this tool to the dimension of the length of Z90, means here is 92, it should move up to 2 mm, it come to the reference point, here is the reference point, it should move here left side up to Z90. Afterwards it should move linearly, so I will take the command as G01, linear interpolation. It should move slowly up to this 0 point. Here it should not stop at the 0 point, it should move below this 0 point, so I written X minus 1. It should move linearly at a distance of X minus 1. It should move below this 0 point. Afterwards I will move this tool to the height of Z40, means I want to turn this component, so I will move this tool at a height of 40 mm, then rapidly. Afterwards I will turn this object or component by moving this tool slowly or linearly, so we will take the command G01 and Z0, means after reaching this point it will move slowly up to the 0 point, it become a turning. Afterwards I will move this component to the return to the reference point. There are two reference points, is machine reference point and component reference point. Here is the component reference point and machine point is made by the manufacturer. If you give the G28, that command is moving the tool to the reference point of the machine. Afterwards at the reference point I will give this M06 means change the tool. For this step turning, I will change the tool to the T09. The T09 is the step turning tool. After changing this tool, I will call again the tool at this point, means rapidly come to the X20. X20 means here it should come rapidly at this distance. Afterward, it will slowly move. Here object is like whole block. It is not step earlier. First we have to move this slowly, the tool at a distance of Z40. Sorry, not Z40, it is Z50. Means here after reaching this point, it should move slowly 20 plus 30, 50. So it tool will move slowly up to reaching the 50 dimension. Afterwards, it will move at a height of rapidly at a height of after reaching this point at a height of 30. This block is of 30 dimension. So it will move to this point 30. Again it should move to the up to 20. Here is 20, Z20. Here it should move after reaching this point. It should move linearly up to this Z20. Afterwards, again it should move to the reference point of the machine. So I given the command G28, return to reference point and stop the spindle and then stop the coolant. So M05 is a coolant, spindle stop, and M09 is a coolant off. Then finally the component is ready. So I end the block program, that is written M30 is end of program. Next, now this is another one problem given here. It is here we have to produce 4 holes on this block. The dimensions are given here. Here the block size is, the raw material size is 40 mm, and the hole we have to produce at a distance of, here this value, this is x dimension, x along the x-axis, and this value is along the y-axis. The z value is for the given for the tool, that is drilling tool. Here first we are set the machine as N10 first block, G90 observed dimensioning, G71 input in metric, input system in metric. T01 is it is not a single tool. Here T01 is for a grooving tool. Here for in milling. And next block is N20, M03, M08 are the used for spindle on and coolant on and metric mode. Sorry, feed rate in mm per revolution. Here feed and speed of the spindle. Next, I will call the tool at the position of x0, y0 and z2. Means x0, y0 is located here. Here is x0 and y0. Z2 means here if the tool will touch or contact the object, it is Z0. If it is above this 2 mm above this surface, it is called Z2. Then after reaching this position, I will move this tool to the position of here center of the hole. I will move by rapid transfers x10, y10. Here dimension is x10, y10. After reaching this position, I will drill this component by using command G01 Z minus 6. Here the thickness of the object is 5 mm. So I will drill by using a dimension G01 Z minus 6, means it will drill this object, this component at this position. Afterwards, I will again remove or take the outside this tool by giving the command G00 Z2, means it will come out and move to the next position. I will give x10 is constant. After reaching y10 is constant, then it should move at a distance of 30. 10 plus 20 is 30. So it should move at a distance of x30. By y is 10 is constant. Here G00 x30 I will given here. Afterwards we have to drill here also. So I will give the command G01 Z minus 6. It will drill. Again we have to take out. So I will write the command G00 Z2. It will come out. Then afterwards here x30 is constant. So I will move this
After reaching this position, I will move this tool to this position. Means x30 is constant. I will change the y30, means it will move from 10 to 30. Y will move to this position. Again here I will drill this again a third drill, that is z minus 6. It will drill and G00 Z2 means it will come out again. Again I have to move this by putting the Y value Y30 constant and changing the X value, that is X30 X10 rapidly, means X10 will come out here. Then again I will drill here by using the command G01 Z minus 2 minus 6, and by taking out the drilling tool is G00 Z2, it will come out, and G28 is move the tool to the reference point, spindle of coolant of, then end of the program. That is the how to write this program about to drill the component.